Are you serious? Are you serious? Get a cup of coffee and turn, if you will, to St. John chapter 4. When therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John, though Jesus himself baptized not, but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again into Galilee. And he must needs go through Samaria. Then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near the parcel of ground that Jacob gave his son Joseph. Now Jacob's well was there. Jesus, therefore, being weary with his journey, sat thus on the well. And it was about the 6th hour. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus said unto her, Give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away into the city to buy meat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. The woman said unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou this living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? Jesus answered, He said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water, springing up into everlasting life. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Jesus said unto her, Go call thy husband, and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou now hast is not thy husband. In that sayest thou truly. The woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive thou art a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye not, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in the Spirit and in the truth, for the Father seeketh to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. The woman said unto him, I know that Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. When he is come, he will tell us all things. Jesus said unto her, I that speaketh unto thee am he. Wow, what a statement. And upon this came his disciples, and they marveled that he talked with the woman, yet no man said, What seekest thou? Or why talkest thou with her? The woman then left her water pot and went her way into the city, and said to the men, Come, see a man which told me all things that ever I did. Is not this the Christ? Then they went out of the city, and they came unto him. And in the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Therefore saith the disciples one to another, Hath any man brought him aught to eat? Jesus said unto them, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. Say not ye, There are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest? Behold, I say unto you, Look, lift up your eyes, and look upon the fields, for they are white already for harvest. And he that reapeth receiveth wages, and gathereth fruit unto life eternal, that both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. And herein is the saying true, one soweth, another reapeth. I sent you to reap that wherein ye bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entering into their labors. And many of the Samaritans of the city believed on him for the saying of the woman, which testified, He told me all that I ever did. So when the Samaritans were come unto him, they besought him that he would tarry with them. And he abode there for 2 days. Many more believed because of his own word, and said unto the woman, Now we believe, not because of thy saying, for we have heard him ourselves, and know that this is indeed the Christ, the Savior of the world. Now after 2 days he departed thence, and he went into Galilee. For Jesus himself testified that a prophet hath no honor in his own country. And when he was come into Galilee, the Galileans received him, having seen all the things that he did in Jerusalem and at the feast, for they also went unto the feast. So Jesus came again into Cana of Galilee, where he made the water into wine. And there was a certain nobleman whose son was sick at Capernaum. When he heard that Jesus was come out of Judea into Galilee, he went up unto him and besought him that he would come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. Then said Jesus unto him, Except you see signs and wonders, ye will not believe. The nobleman said unto him, Sir, come down, ere my son, my child, die. Jesus said unto him, Go thy way, thy son liveth. And the man believed the word that Jesus had spoken unto him, and he went his way. And as he was now going down, his servants met him, and told him, saying, Thy son liveth. Then inquired he of them the hour when he began to amend. What hour was it? And they said unto him, Yesterday at the 7th hour, the fever left him. So the father knew that it was at the same hour in which Jesus said unto him, Thy son liveth, and believed, and himself believed, and his whole house. This is again the second miracle that Jesus did when he was come out of Judea into Galilee. This is a very powerful chapter. A ton of stuff happens in it. Certainly the woman at the well has an incredible encounter with the Messiah. She was looking for the Messiah. The Samaritan people were looking for the Messiah. The Jews were looking for the Messiah. But when he told her everything she ever did, she believed. She told others, and they came, and they believed. And they begged him to stay a little longer and preach to them. And he did for 2 more days. And many more of them were saved. Yet Jesus knew that he had to continue to move on. There were many more souls that need to be saved, many more people that need to come to the knowledge of Christ. And I love when he says, look at the fields. You say there's 4 months until it's harvest. I say, look on the fields. They're white, all ready for harvest. You know, when God called me to preach, it was one of the things he told me to do was to open my eyes and look out across the world and see the fields that were ready to be harvested. He told me, he said, you go, and I'll go with you, and you'll gather in the wheat. We gather in the wheat, go into the fields, and preach my word. no matter where I send you, whether it be personally locations or whether it be on the internet, however I can reach this great harvest, we're going to reach out to you. You might say, Pastor Begley, I've never met Jesus. I've never even met you. But I believe your words, the truth, it touches my heart. I need to make a change. I need to get saved. I need you to help me. Look, we will. We have. And if you'll come to our live show today, I'll give an altar call and I'll pray with you live right over the air. Time's running out. You don't want to be left behind. Jesus is on his way. The signs of the apocalypse are everywhere. Will you be saved? I will see you later today. My show is at 12 noon Eastern. It will be powerful. Don't miss it. God bless.